Hi, I'm Graham from Second Era of Moles, and if you clicked on this video accidentally, 90 seconds is all I ever ask. Welcome back to another week that was on Pokemon Masters X. They've thrown a lot of events at us this week, so we've had the Champion Stadium still in the Unova region, we've had the Verdant Guardian with Serena come along, we've had Calem Might to go along with that, we've had Serena's Dessert for yet another Serena event, in case we hadn't had enough of her already. We've had a blissful bonanza chucked on the top there to round this all off as well. So we're going to start with the Champion Stadium, and that will be after this little interstitial page. I've been experimenting with a new setup this week, so if it all looks a bit squiffy, that's because I can't sort of see myself. I'm getting no visual feedback. I've got my camera and then the ring light and then me, obviously. So, in round 1 you get a physical attack boost. I chose to take on Caitlin for this one with Elesa and Zebstrika, Volkner and Luxray, and Hilbert and Samurott. So it's my favourite electric type tag team, and then Hilbert's in there because he boosts all of Elesa's key stats that she needs to power up her sync move. So Elesa and Volkner are doing Spark and Thunderfang respectively. They're doing that pretty much all of the way through. Hilbert is raising speed and then raising attack as well and crit hit rate. He gets the first sync move for that 6x boost. And you're still Spark, Thunderfang with your electric types. Hilbert's using any trainer moves and waterfalls. The only change comes just before the sync move. You set Electric Terrain. With Volkner, you do Electrify with Elesa for that guaranteed crit hit, and then you unleash that big sync move, and it does a huge amount of damage. It did like 30k all across the board, and it just absolutely fries the other team. In round 2, you get a sync move stats boost. I took on Marshal for this one. He was weak to fairy types, so my team was Sycamore and Xerneas, Lily and Clefairy, and Dawn and Torterra. I love doing triple support in the Champion Stadium, especially against fighting types. It's like, oh, you're supposed to be this like big strong guy and you're gonna pummel me into submission. Well, I'm gonna take probably some of my lowest attackers and flip the tables on you. Make sure you've got your stats reductions on for this one, because Lily with her disarming voice and Dawn with her attack siphon are really going to take advantage of that. So you're syncing with Xerneas first. That speed boost really comes in handy, especially when you've got Dawn in there. She's notoriously slow. Your next one goes to Lily for that synchro healing, and then Dawn for another 6x boost, and then back to Lily because she's got synchro healing, and she's also a fairy type, so she gets that super effective damage boost. Xerneas is going to be doing mostly Moonblast because he's not the first target. He's not taking those big hits. He doesn't necessarily need to be doing Hornleech to heal himself, and like that Moonblast fairy type damage gives it a little boost in there. You can use full power with Lily to guarantee a crit either on a Moonblast or on one of her sync moves, and that's going to do a lot more damage. I saw that they were all getting low, so I did Moonblast at one side, Moonblast at the other to take them out, make sure we weren't facing any earthquakes or anything like that, and then just had lots of fairies coming after Marshal and absolutely embarrassing him. Because of things like the world is vast and Lily's synchro healing, I didn't really need to use any like good as new or anything like that. Lily has X accuracy, which she can use to heal herself. I think I maybe used one of those for the actual healing. The other one was for the accuracy boost, because for some reason Xerneas kept missing with his Moonblast. But these 3 supports absolutely got the job done. It was brilliant. In round 3, the additional effects of moves are more likely to occur, so I took on Shauntal for this one with a team of Barry and Empoleon, Egg, Blastoise, the Tech variety, and Misty and Starmie. This one was kind of laughably easy. Barry just absolutely powered up and pummeled Chandelure and Shauntal for this one. It took 2 sync moves from Barry to get the job done. So the first one took out 50% of Chandelure's health. It took out both sides, and then the second one finished off the job. You've got Blastoise in there to set Rainy Day. That's going to power up Barry's sync moves even more. Misty's in there to raise special defense, and Catch As If You Can is going to do a little bit of healing as well. The reason I chose this one for the water types was I wanted definite refreshes for no hesitation, so that I could max out Barry's speed, special attack, crit hit rate, and make sure that his sync move was the Tsar Bomber Barry Bomb that we know it all can be. That's a nuclear bomb reference, I think. Tsar Bomber? The Fat Man? Probably shouldn't talk about nuclear war in the current climate. It's a bit too close to home at the moment. When you get on to round 4, you get a sync move countdown reduction. Grimsley was weak to steel types this week. I went in with a team of Gloria and Zacian, Hop and Zamazenta, and Jasmine and Steelix. The reason I went for this one is because Gloria gets a power boost when the other team has used a sync move, and if it comes early, that means she can be at her full potential a lot sooner. So Gloria is doing Behemoth Blade pretty much the entire way through this battle. Jasmine starts off raising defense, Hop is using Hop to it and any Metal Claws. I had him as the first target for that revenge boost. Hopefully that kicks in and you can use some Behemoth Bashes in there to go with your Behemoth Blades. Jasmine gets that first sync move for the 6x boost. It comes very quickly, so you don't have to be like, oh, I did 9 moves and this, that and the other. No, you get it after like 20 seconds. After that, with Gloria, again, more Behemoth Blade. The only exception is you can use a laser sharp focus just before her sync move. That's going to guarantee that it's a crit hit, I believe. It's got a sync move countdown reduction in there as well. Jasmine is using Gyro Ball or Clang to keep that move gauge topped up. Hop is using Metal Claw. Maybe needs to use some potions just to keep himself healthy and happy. Gloria unleashes that sync move very soon. It does huge damage to both of the sides. Tyranitar's a bit more stubborn. He needs one more Behemoth Blade to take him down. In round 5, your permanent condition is a special attack reduction. I chose the optional condition of additional move effects being more likely. I was hoping for refreshes from both of my supports and their trainer moves. So you're going up against Champion Iris again this week, and she's weak to dragons, so my team was Cyrus and Palkia, Rosa and Serperia, and Skylar and Swanna. This has got me wondering, where is Alda? Where has that guy got to, okay? Where's his Volcanrana or whatever his ace Pokemon is? Why are we still Irising after 3 weeks? Move on, lady! So between the two supports, Rosa and Serperia has X attack, Skylar's Take Flight boosts speed. You really have no reason at all to be using New World Order, so Palkia is just going to be spatially rending the entire way through. Skylar gets that first sync move for that 6x boost. You could also boost with Rosa for a 6x boost, but that felt excessive. I just wanted to get on with the damage, so Palkia gets that next one after more spatial rending. And then after the sync move, that left the enemies all very low on health, so you are doing even more spatially rending. I decided to take out both of the sides first to make sure that I wasn't going to face any nonsense from them, and then just rendered Iris apart to finish off that battle. And that's another 10k point run for the Unova region. We'll be back there next week for another go round. The main new event this week has been the Verdant Guardian. It sees Zygarde team up with Serena and you're looking for cells and this, that and the other. I quite liked the exploring aspect of it, especially some of the people in the background. There's like that swimmer and he pops up out of the water and then he sinks back in and it's like, that's kind of creepy. Where you going? Where you going, dude? Are you okay? Do you need some help? I also want to see more of the dude in the background there with his Hitmonchan. This guy's absolutely going to town. He's having a great time. Let's get more of him in the game, yeah? I definitely thought that when Kukui was like, oh, I've got a scientist that I know, but he's a bit of an extremist. I was like, it's Lysandra, isn't it? It's going to be Lysandra. It's going to be Lysandra. You're not hiding this very well, Kukui. It's Lysandra. Come on, bring him out. Bring him out. And then it wasn't. It was just some random scientist from Team Break. It was like, oh, okay. Bit of a wasted opportunity. I was very irritated by trying to find the final cell. I kind of spotted it on Reddit accidentally. I wasn't looking for it, I was just looking through the thread. If you don't want any spoilers on it, I'm not going to give any, but I failed to see how the majority of people would have found that organically. I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid, or maybe there were hints that I missed, but it's definitely out there, easy to find if you want to look up the solution. The cell itself, that 10th cell, is not easy to find. There's a battle challenge that comes along with the event, and your condition to get the move coin is to use 3 Kalos types. The 3 I went for was Xerneas and Sycamore, Viola and Masquerain, and Serena and Delphox. So obviously Xerneas is your tank and World is Vast setter. Masquerain is doing trap damage and then infestation to get that special attack going down. Serena is maybe setting some fire spin, definitely hypnosis and a lot of overheat in there, and you should be able to wipe the other team out quite easily. There's also a corresponding extreme battle, which is Calem's Might, and that is definitely not easy. It is a tough one if you don't have Zygarde. I don't have it at the moment. I don't know whether many people do. It is a master fair, so if you're into that sort of thing, you can pull for extra rewards from there. And again, it's got acute senses 8, so you need to have trap or restrain or a status change in there to be doing your maximum amount of damage. I couldn't find a way to do it all by myself. I had to go on Reddit a couple of times and look up how to do it. I'll post a link in the description to the video that I found to get it done, because I think that will explain a lot better than I ever could. But the team I ended up going with was Hop and Zamazenta, Xerneas and Sycamore, and Serena and Delphox. So Xerneas is your first target in there. He's doing Moonblast with Serena. You are using her trainer move to start off with, then you're doing Fire Spin and setting it onto all of the enemies. They all have acute sense, so you need trap on all of them. And then with Hop, you're doing Hop to it, Metal Claw. He's also got potions in there that you can use if either he or some of your allies are getting a bit low. Xerneas sinks first. After that, you're going with Moonblast and Overheat all the way through. In this phase, Hop will probably take a big hit either from a Bulldoze or from Surf, so you are going to need to use a potion on him. Serena gets the next sync move. I wouldn't bother doing a Hypnosis on there unless you got the quad move off of the first one, and you can get that sleep and sync move in there before the enemy gets their sync move. With the next sync move that comes along, because it is going to take that long, then you can use Hypnosis and hope for some sleep. They've got reduced sleep 8 though, so you've got a very narrow window if you're trying to do sleep sync move to get bad nightmare damage from that. But if you can get Altaria to go down, then the two sides shouldn't be too much of a bother, especially with Xerneas. If he's got a decent amount of health to start off with, his Horn Leech and the healing from his sync moves are going to come in very useful for keeping him upright. Serena probably isn't going to last too long. Hop has probably long since fainted by this point. But if she can get in there with a Hypnosis, that's going to give you that an extra turn in there to do some Horn Leech damage or something like that and take the other team down. So you have to work hard for your gems in this one. I'm not saying it's an easy one at all. The final event to come along this week is a rerun of Serena's Desserts Party, so they're looking for berries to make a cake to make their Pokemon feel better. It's a very, very sweet story. Ah, sweet like a cake! Ah, I didn't even notice that. Ah, such puns. There's no daily battle for this one, so you don't need to bother with that. And part 3 has a greater yield per stamina than part 4. So if you're looking to do it efficiently, go for part 3, don't go for part 4. There's a full force battle in there, and to get your move coin for that, you need to use 3 fire types. I went with Kiawe and Marowak, Serena and Delphox, and Anniversary N and Reshiram. There's plenty of fire types in the game, so I didn't feel too bad about using a limited unit like Reshiram in there. It really does cut through with his blue flare and extended range. It's like, oh, nice. And then Lyra even sets Sunny Day, and it's like, oh, Lyra, oh, what have you done? Oh, that's not going to be good for you at all. We've got a blissful bonanza on at the moment, so make sure to get your daily rewards from doing your daily battles there. There's going to be scout tickets available there, and then lucky cookies, things like that to spend your rewards on. At the moment, we're getting login bonuses for some kind of tea party. Not sure entirely where they're going with that. I'm sure if I knew the universe better, I'd be able to tell you, oh, it's clearly this person because they love tea. I was very fortunate during this week. I got asked on a date by Stephen. I was like, oh, you rockhead, the appreciation day was last week. Oh. But yeah, come on, let's go. Coming up, we've got the second go around on the Legendary Gauntlet. We've got a Psychic Gear event as well. We've got Pokemon Masters Day. It's either the 24th or the 25th. I'm not entirely sure. So it'll either be on the day that this video comes out, in which case go and do your battles, or it'll already have happened, in which case I hope you got great rewards. But that's all for the week that will be. Thank you very much for joining me in the week that was. You're well past the 90-second mark at this point. If you've enjoyed the video, you can go a little bit further. Like, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm SEOM_YT. You'll get a notification about the video for the week that will be. But thank you very much for watching the week that was, and goodbye.